Hello, I'm the Zett, and today I'll show you how to install the ARK-2 eCustom firmware with the Numblast exploit. At first, if you didn't do this, you have to do it at first because this is the most important step. You go to the Sony website, which is store.sonyentertainmentnetwork.com, and then you use the search bar and search for Numblast or Crouton if you're using the Japanese PlayStation Store. Then you have to buy the Numblast PSP game, and then you can download it onto your PS Vita. The game is pretty cheap, it's only like €3. It is around 42 MB, and after you got this, you only need two more things. One thing is something what I recommend. It's optional, so it's not really required, but I recommend it because it's pretty much superior, which is the 138 menu. I already have this on my computer, as you can see, but you have to press download and then you download it. And the other thing you need is the firmware files for your regional version. For example, you download the EU files if you use a PlayStation Network store from Europe, for example the German, Austrian or French store, and the US files are for North America, so pretty much for United States, Canada and maybe Mexico, not sure. The US files sometimes also work with the South American PlayStation stores, for example Brazil or Argentina or whatever. I think Japanese is self-explaining. These are the files for the Japanese PlayStation Store, and AS or HK are the files for the other Asian countries, so Malaysia, Singapore, Hong Kong and so on. So pretty much the Asian countries which are not Japan, because they have their very own PlayStation Store, and the last time Patapon was not available, but this time it is. So after you downloaded the files you need, for example in my case I need the EU files, you have those folders or those zip files on your computer. Those are the Asian files, the European files, the North American files and the Japanese files. I'm going to open this archive. As you can see, it contains two folders. One folder is called Kexploit and one folder is called Save Data. The Save Data has like the h.bin file and the other normal Save Data file, and the Kexploit folder has all the ARK files. Pretty much drag and drop these folders outside of the zip file for your regional zip file. I'm doing this with all of these because I'm able to showcase you all 4 different versions. So I pretty much just right click it and do the extract onto this folder function, and then we go into the 138 menu, and then we go into ARK, and we have 3 files: alter, PNG, data and vboot. I'm dragging and dropping all these files, so I have 3 additional files in this folder, and then I'm renaming vboot into eboot, and then I'm going to copy these files in all 4 Kexploit folders. So in this case, this Kexploit folder, then this Kexploit folder, then this Kexploit folder, and then this Kexploit folder. This is, by the way, the replace function, so currently there is actually an eboot.ppp file inside of this folder, but I'm replacing it with the 138 menu file because we want the 138 menu file. And then you have to copy the Kexploit folder and the save data folder of your game to your other save datas. Since I'm, like I said, showing all 4 games, I'm copying all these folders, but usually you only have to copy the 2 folders for your region. For example, NPAC 11 and NPAC 11 Kexploit for the European version. Okay, now I'm copying all these folders into this one, and as you can see they all appeared, and now we're going to copy these folders onto your PS Vita, and then we're pretty... Okay, and now on our PS Vita we go to the content manager, and then we copy content. The next important thing is, let me start QCMA on my computer. Okay. Next important thing is we go to PC, PS Vita, go to Applications, and then we go to Save Data. Then you have to search the save data of Numblast for your version, but since I'm showing all 4 versions, I'm going to copy all 8 save data. Usually you just have to copy 2 save data, which are the one for your game and the kexploit folder for your game. But yeah, I'm just copying, oops, all 8, override, and okay, we're done. Next, as you can see, I have all 4 versions of Numblast on my PS Vita. The European version, the North American version, the Japanese version, and the other Asian version. I also have the European demo version, but you cannot use the demo version to exploit your PS Vita. 1. You cannot install the demo version. It was possible to install PSP demos on the PS Vita for like 48 hours in April 2014. If you missed those 48 hours, it's impossible for you to install demos on your PS Vita. So yeah, I'm just showing this game to tell you that you cannot use the demo version. But okay, now for the game. First I'm showing the European version. And you can unplug USB. Okay, as you can see, I start the game. Then I get a gray screen, then I get a white screen, and now the tricky part is the time between the white screen and the green screen can be anything between 1 and 30 seconds. So it's pretty much random if you get an instant green screen, like this was pretty fast, or if you have to wait for like 30 seconds before the white screen turns green. Oh, and as you can see, since we additionally installed the 138 menu, we now have this nice menu, and there we can browse all our ISOs, homebrews, and so on. And as you can see, this is Numblast Europe. Then I'm going to show you Numblast North America. Same thing here, we get a gray screen, then we get a white screen, and then it depends between 1 and 30 seconds between the white and the white and green screen, and after the green screen the eCustom timer starts. As you can see, this one takes longer for whatever reason. As far as I know, it is the way how to exploit the kernel of the PSP emulator, so we cannot pretty much speed this up, so you have to wait if it will take a longer time, and if it's fast, then you're lucky, and if not, you're not. So you pretty much have to bear with this. This is the best we can currently offer you for Firmware 3.36. And yeah, as you can see, this took quite a time, but in the end it's working. Creating app list, and there we go, 138 menu. Once again, games, homebrews. Next version, the Japanese version, which is called Qwikrazor for whatever reason. I'm not sure why it's not called Numblast, but whatever. Same thing here. We have a white screen, no, a gray screen, a white screen, and then a green screen. And the time between white and green is between 1 second and 30 seconds. As we can see, this was not very fast, but also not very slow. So yeah. Oh, and for the rare case that the Vita gives you an error message, you have to keep the power button pressed until the Vita is fully shut down. So even if you get this screen, you have to still keep the power button pressed to fully shut down. The error message can sometimes appear, it's not a problem, it's just it can randomly appear, and if it appears, keep the power button pressed until the Vita reboots. And yeah. And as we can see, this was also pretty fast. And there we go, ARK-2 Custom Firmware. It can of course run ISOs, it can also of course run plugins, homebrews and PS1 games. The latter without sound, everything else fully supported. As you can see, this is running via Numblast. And once again, it works with the European version, with the North American version, with the Japanese version, and the other Asian version. And I think Australia and New Zealand have the same version as the European one, due to them technically being part of the United Kingdom, for whatever reason. But yeah, everything working on version 3.36, and yeah. Have fun and enjoy this. I'm the Zett, and see you soon.